southbound and working its way through the center divider as we come around, continuing south here and continuing down. Coming up to a intersection, it's going to be kind of tricky for him as he works his way in. It coming up on Garfield, approaching 8th Street, and this is going to be a tough intersection for him here as he comes up wrong side of the street, right through the intersection. You saw that island there. Now it's going to put him on the wrong side of the street on the Garfield here. Passing traffic, 1300, as he works in the wrong side of the street here going southbound. Wrong side of the street, kind of pushing along here, and cars luckily seeing him coming, getting out of his way as we work away a big rig there as he's going around and south of Garfield, and still on the wrong side of the road. So once again, a robbery suspect here being chased by LA County sheriffs. Oh man, just barely passing those cars as you see right now. It's right between those two cars as we continue southbound on Garfield, going under the railroad tracks, going up on Telegraph, through Telegraph, switching back over to the right. And here south on Garfield, went through Telegraph, and now the sheriffs are going back into surveillance mode due to the fact this guy is driving so recklessly. Now back onto the right side of the street here on the Garfield, now using the center divider, but just a wild pursuit. Now on the wrong side of the street, splitting traffic, swerving around as he whipped his way through there, still using the wrong side of the street to get around the stop traffic here on Garfield. Coming up to the next intersection here at the intersection, left turners, through the left turners, just threads the needle as he continues south on Garfield. And this has been one wild pursuit here as we continue following him. If you're just joining us here on KTLA.com, robbery suspects being chased by LA County sheriffs here, using all parts of the road, wrong side of the street, splitting through opposite traffic, wrong side of the street here on Garfield, just passing these vehicles coming the opposite direction, slower traffic here. All right, we're at 13 for you. Now on the wrong side of the street, kind of pushing along here as we continue south on Garfield, using the wrong side of the street, right shoulder, swinging across, still in the number one opposite direction, and continuing down here as we work our way southbound Garfield. In a bunch of trees here as we go through the section here. Looks like we're getting down into the Southgate area. Oh, man. Another near miss as he goes through those intersections on the wrong side of the street. This thing is going to end up very badly, one of these intersections he's zipping through. Now making that left-hand turn here. Now on Florence here, eastbound Florence from Garfield. Is he turned? Now turns southbound. We're in Bell Gardens area. Trying to push his way through traffic here. That red truck there just getting in the way as he bounces through the intersection. And we have a possible female driver and a male passenger. Counter brakes now, making another left-hand turn. Eastbound Clara hits the curb. Hopefully did damage to his tire. It's going to slow him down. And now working his way eastbound. Okay, I see him far off. Coming back in. As we continue now. Coming up to the Rio Hondo River. Back turning here. Making another turn here. Eastbound Scout from Clare. Eastbound Scout from Clare. Now he's continuing. He's going to come up to the next intersection here. He's going to have to go right or left. See what he's going to do. Now continue on up. Now on head back to Florence here. And now eastbound Florence. Eastbound Florence from Scout. as we continue on here. This thing is very wild, as you see it. Sheriffs are in a surveillance mode now, just letting him run because he's driving so recklessly, or she is, as we found out that it's a female driver and a male passenger now making a southbound turn. River School Road from Florence, southbound River School Road from Florence. As we continue on here, we'll just let it fly up next to us here, working our way southbound on River School Road. And, you know, he kind of got up to the north, worked his way around off the 5, got off Downey Road, and now is working back down in the area here where it kind of started. So right now, continuing south on Old School Road. Once again, if you're just joining us here on KTLA.com, they're robbery suspects out of LA sheriffs. Started just about, I'm going to say 20 minutes ago. You see the sheriff's air unit overhead providing cover and calling the pursuit because they're in a surveillance mode. And this guy's just weaving through traffic, using the wrong side of the street to get around people and the center divider. You see him right there pushing along and now jumping over to the wrong side as he comes up to an intersection through Firestone and going westbound Firestone from Old River School Road using the center divider. Colton, I'm going to continue on, then let him come up our right side. And as we work our way around here, say again? Say again, Mike? Yeah, I got him here. As we continue westbound Firestone, coming up be the 710 freeway. And somebody's going to call this if we start getting into Bravo. All right. 9, you get a call the flight? Okay. Now, still on Firestone here, coming up on traffic. As we approach the 710 freeway. And your right shoulder here, coming up cross traffic, and now turning northbound. Almost gets that car as he makes the turn. Now turning northbound from Firestone. On, get the name of the street in a second here as it continues on. Garfield, we're on Garfield coming up on Shoal. He's got traffic all lanes here. He's going to have to work his way through. Looks like he's going to get jammed in here at a red light. But there's really no units around him because they've gone to surveillance mode. So at this point, he's just going to shove his way. You see her just jamming her way through here, pushing that truck out of the way. Working, banged into that truck a couple times, through the thing, on the sidewalk, off the sidewalk, and going to cut off that UPS truck as we work our way through. Now getting cut off by another big rig coming onto the street, and then continuing here northbound. Man, just shoved that guy right out of the way as he worked, or as she worked her way up the road here. Now left turn onto his residential track. Looks like a little residential street here, Celia. And now this is going to put her into an area here that's pretty tight. A lot of houses and throwing subject stuff out. And now into an alley. And now we're on coming off Astoria in an alleyway here. Across that street through another alleyway. Working our way here kind of northbound, but bouncing through these alleys. And you saw them throw things out of the car. Did that several other times during this pursuit as she bounces through here now wrong side. Now still going northbound here. All right, making a turn here onto the street. Almost hits that car. And now working our way back to the east. Another turn here through that intersection. Jamboree is where that. Okay, I lost track of it. There it is, I got it. And continuing now back down towards the 710 as he works our way around here. It's just been a wild pursuit, kind of hard to keep track of as we work our way through. And now coming down to a dead end area. Now if she goes any further here without making a turn, this is going to be a dead end. It looks like, no, actually it'll wrap around the backside and come into a stop here. We'll see what happens at the end. Okay, there's the turnaround, and to see if it pops back out. And now back shoal from Jamboree. Bonneria. Did a good look at the driver there, and really wheeling this car. Hit a curb at one point. Apparently didn't do much damage to the car. Then we were hoping it may have taken the wheel out to where it slows this thing down. But right now, slowing down here. Throwing more objects out of the car. As we make threw another cell phone out, making a U-turn into an alley, or left turn into an alley. In an alleyway, on the brakes, driver door open, she's running, and he's running, and jumping a fence in behind this one house, the male over the fence with a backpack, and now on the roof here, running across the roof. Now she's trying to get off this roof here, going around the wires across that roof. And as you see here, she's stuck up trying to make the jump. Oh, made that jump. Oh my goodness, that was something else. Another jump down to a car, banging off that car and running through the backyard underneath a canopy. Still right behind here. They're keeping an eye on the driver as she bailed out. Okay, continuing now, running back out to the street. There's sheriff's air units all the way around this neighborhood, trying to contain it. The sheriff's air unit is giving directions to where she's at. Now she's trying to get across. Looks like picked something up there. Her hand moved a chair to where she can get over the fence. Jumping over that fence. Now she's just kind of running out of gas here. She runs along the roof. Got two suspects here, one on top of the pop-up trailer and then the female on the little corner there. And I got a feeling they're going to give up here at this point. There's sheriffs all the way around them. We just haven't seen them work their way. Now he's walking towards it and walking towards her. You can see the sheriff's air unit fly through our shot, and they're not going to get away from him. He's giving exact directions. And there's the male that was in the passenger seat. The female looks like she's out of gas from running. So this may be coming to an end here, but quite a pursuit here, ripping through the streets, Bronx side of the streets, and barely missing cars going through. But right now they're having a little conversation here over this retainer wall next to some construction. And you can see right now the sheriffs are being directed in, and you see them all in the alley there on that street, in the alley, and then they're on both sides right down there to the right. So they're going to be directed right in on them. Now they're kind of just walking around. They got eyes on them from the ground, so just a matter of time for the deputies start making their approach. You see the sheriff's area unit overhead keeping a close eye on them. Once again, if you're just joining us, pursuit started just about 30 minutes ago. Robbery suspects also possibly armed as he bailed out of the cars here. We'll get the intersection here off Shoal is one road we heard. And now she's jumping over the fence going underneath this tree. Okay, under the tree. Just kind of see underneath the tree. We can still see them. Five sliding north just a bit. Yeah, they're just hiding under the tree right there. I'm kind of moving here. Kind of get a better look with Sky 5. backyard of the house on Shoal. We'll get the cross street for you here in a second so we can give you an idea exactly where we're at. But we're just north of Florence and east of the 710 freeway. And we should have deputies coming into that backyard in a second. So we're just kind of sliding off, and you see them just seated there. And just hanging out. There's a suspect that was in the passenger seat along with the driver, female. You see the hands kind of popping up. Deputies on the ground are starting to make contact. There you go. There they are right there. You can only run so far with the helicopter over you and all the deputies just trolling the area around you. It's a matter of time for you get taken into custody. But right now it looks like these suspects are going to be in custody here in a bit. So we're here at Bell Gardens, right off Shoal Street, just to east of the freeway. You see him kind of pulling his shirt up for the deputy. They've got an eyes on him from behind this house, looking towards him, and they're asking for additional units to come in. Oh, you don't want to do that. Getting additional deputies in position to be able to get these guys contained and in custody. But this is the point where you really got to follow the direction of the deputies. You see right here, this deputy giving them directions, and they're setting up a arrest team to come in. So once again, we're just waiting for the deputies to make a arrest team, put a team together to approach. We have deputies with eyes on the suspects, giving them directions, and now you see two deputies approaching from the west. There's deputies walking down behind that house now. $5759 what? 5759 Shoal is where we're at. 5957 Shoal. That's where the suspects bailed out of the car in the alley and went on foot. And now they're being cooperative, walking towards deputies. You see right there behind the house. So as we continue watching here, taking everything slow and easy, so this incident ends peacefully. Suspect giving up, the male passenger. Female passenger still standing there with her hands up. And 95's right behind you. Making contact with the female now. There we go, bringing them out from behind the house. So it looks like suspects in custody. They got a K9 here just in case they decided to take off. There comes the driver, the female. Hey, 21, did you see he came out of the car with that black backpack? Okay. Now even though they've gone into surveillance mode on these pursuits, the air unit will give the location, and then the deputies will just kind of hold in the area and kind of follow on side streets and just stay close, so when the suspects bail out and take off running, they're able to quickly seal off the area and take them into custody, as you saw right here. So they may be not right on their bumper chasing them, but sure enough, as soon as they come to a stop, you're going to draw a crowd here of sheriff's deputies and take these suspects in custody. You see right there, that's the passenger being let out as well. Coming down the alley. He dropped the patch, so yeah, not much to talk about.